Well, wasn't that a lovely piece of music? It was, actually. What a shock. Brother, I hunger for the loop, brother. Loop? Loop? Loop. Are you stuck in a time loop? Also, I'm purple now. No, I'm not stuck in a loop. What loop are you talking about? What, Fruit Loops? Cheerios? Roller coasters? They go in loops. There's also a set of earphones that are loops. That block out sound. Look up the video. I know the fucking oats, but loops. Loops. Okay, Mr. Forklift Man. Forklift certified, whatever. You got the right to talk to me about loops, whatever, you know. The fuck? Oh, you ever do like a wrong command on your keyboard, and you open up like a window you didn't mean to open up, and it's like, oh fuck, something's gone wrong. That happened to me. I've been having some weird issue lately with my computer, and I can't really fix them. I don't know why. God, I'm sweating right now. I fucking hate, by the way, if you look up a meme or something, Google will give you an AI overview that's like, haha, this is the meme, and they'll pretend that they'll roleplay with you. And it's like, I don't need you to roleplay with me. I don't need you to roleplay with me. I really don't.
I have some loops, brother. I am quite famished. Sorry, brother, but I have already begun consuming.
I don't need your fucking loops. I have seen this video. But yeah, good evening, welcome, congrats. You're forklift certified, and you're purple. Did I watch Crazy Cattle 3D? Actually, I forgot. Let me look it up now. I actually completely forgot. Crazy Cattle 3D is an indie single-player battle royale game where you are a sheep trying to eliminate other sheep. Oh, don't go to this. I was almost pulling this website up, and immediately there's like a sexy anime ad, and I can't show that. I mean, that's probably safe to show, but I might have. You know what? I actually might have heard of this. This weird freak game. You're looking to me. Yeah, you know what? I would fucking stream that for a period of time. It'd have to be a small, easily done segment. Good evening, artist. Welcome. You're just in time because I've done nothing. Instead, I'm sitting here and sweating my ass off in my apartment right now. It rained a lot today, and it thundered. Now, welcome. And don't worry about missing. I'm always cognizant. Listen, I'm not keeping track of who's here and who's not here. Hey, I mean, except for, I mean, I do notice when people are here and not here. I recognize people. I remember people. I have knowledge of the people coming to my chat room. I'm not nearly big enough to not know that, obviously, and some people I've talked to more than others. I'm keeping cognizant. Yeah, I know. I do realize you missed a lot of the Splatoon Raiders streams, so that's fine. Yeah, I was playing Xenoblade, I'm sorry. Look, guys, 86 hours of Xenoblade. I played it for like 2 or 3 hours earlier, and you know what? I didn't go up to level 50 like I was wanting to. I need one level. I need one level to buy the extra level of goddamn mechs. And I can't do it. And it won't let me. And I'm so like trying. Okay, unrelated. Where's my mech? Not playing the hot new game released today by one of the biggest game makers in the world. What game came out today? Big Walk? I don't know if that's a big game made by the big game creators, but I'm seeing like 30 people stream it. I'm like, I'm good. If I had friends and I felt like it, I don't know, maybe. No, but I don't think I showed off that I got the flight module last time. But the good thing about the flight module is you get really fucking good music. Better than the normal music. If you play this game costs $200? No, because I don't want to spend $200 at the game. I have respect for the dollar, because I know what it's like to earn it. I will rather give that $200 away to people, and not, I guess, a single person. So I've never noticed this single island over here. All of the music is like this, by the way, in this game. It is not RPG music. It's by Hiroyuki Sawako, who's done anime openings and the like. Oh, you're talking about. Oh, you're also talking about. Oh, you're talking about the other Pokemon RPG that I've heard nothing about. I see. Look at this, into this. As I get to fly across the whole map. I've given this game a lot of shit, by the way. Over the rainbow. I've given this game a lot of shit, but like, it is, once you get the ability to fucking fly everywhere. Here anymore. The whole map is like amazing. You get to unlock and fly and go everywhere. It feels great. And then just drop down and fucking kill someone. Unrelated, sorry. This is not what we're here for. I just had it open and I was like, man, I've gained such an appreciation for the game. It is still not going to be like something I like more than I think normal Xenoblade, to be honest. It is very different. And I do think it feels more MMO-like in many ways. So if someone's used to doing MMO stuff, you probably would like it more. The game Big Walk is the only game I've been seeing people stream, because it is a game where you get to stream with multiple people. It's like the Stellar Blade soundtrack. Is it? Here's the thing about Stellar Blade is I don't know if it's any good. I know it has controversy due to the fact of the character designs. But I've also heard it might still be good and fun. And I know that the next game, there's even more contention with character designs. But it actually looked even more good and fun. So there's a balance there. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those games where I don't tell people about it. I'm just like, yeah. I don't talk anything about it if I ever feel like I want to play it. Yeah, this title screen, by the way, you can use your finger and manipulate the fog. Just by the way. Is the girl pretty? Oh, no, it wasn't that the girl was pretty. There was other things, too. But I don't know if it's fun or not, because I've never seen anyone actually play it. But I've heard that, based on the sequel, it seemed kind of fun. You had almost no interest until... But when you saw SB2, they have a touchy AI stance. Okay. Well, we're not here to talk about Stellar Blade. Fuck that game. We're here to talk about squids, who are really interested in me for some reason. Sorry, I showed this. This was last stream. Just look, fucking look at this. Yo, there's something called personal space. I'm just saying, like, I don't need a squid to look at me with those eyes. Listen. Let's get back into Splatoon Raiders. Welcome back. It's fun. We're doing more. I did a little bit of stuff off stream, just like doing old missions with the new challenges or whatever, that kind of thing. But that kind of stuff. Upgrading, things that I didn't do any new levels or anything like that. Of course I didn't. That character was modeled for one off the lead developer's wife. Well, good for them. And part of that was me switching out my tools. Because I didn't realize, but in order to do certain missions, you have to switch out your tanks, which switch out your gadgets. I want to go back to the... Oh, that's right, I can't. I leveled up my big, powerful thing. I've got to use other things. So if you like getting stuff that lets you upgrade things in ways that feel rewarding, this is good. I don't want to say if you like upgrading things, because that doesn't always feel good. Sometimes the upgrades are like 0.5% of a thing. Whereas this game feels better, because you're like upgrading your equipment to be like specific stuff that you can add or do or thing or upgrade or manipulate. There's a lot of cool stuff you can gain, but we're not here for that. We know the real purpose of this game. I feel like big boobs. This game is not for you. I mean, I just like, I know, nice, pretty people. I don't know. For whatever my discernation of what pretty is, everyone's got their own flavor. And truthfully, I mean, at the same time, I think most people are going to find out if they actually look at beauty standards. Oh, that's bad. Most people are going to find out that if they look at beauty standards of people, they'll change for you depending on people you just find that you like. It's like, I don't know, I didn't like people that look like this or that, and then you meet a person, and you're like, never mind, I do, because I like this person, and then my tastes are influenced. There might be some, like, trends, but inherently speaking, anybody I've had a crush on over the year, they've changed depending on various different things, and that's fine. Fuck yeah, dude. I don't think I'm gonna get higher than B rank, because that was hard. It's very easy to lose fucking time in this, and it's very difficult to regain it. Oh, no. Oh, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. I need that. I need that. Thanks. I mean, I don't think it has to do with country or race or anything. I've met pretty people from everywhere. I mean, what is this? The thing that they say that eventually everyone's going to be a mix of everything, and humanity will be one, which would be nice. I mean, I'm a mix. Again, my grandma's Vietnamese. My mom's side is Mexicans. And eventually, everyone will be everything, and the world might be better for it. Oh man. B rank. Sorry, let's play actual Splatoon. So where did we leave? What missions did we leave off on? Again, if you didn't know, there's like 4 different kinds of missions. You got the go through a level and get the chest missions. You've got the kill a bunch of enemies in a big arena to get rewards. You've got like caves, and you've also got like puzzle, like linear puzzle areas. That's right. We ended off at a cave. Yeah. By the way, the fact that there's 3 treasures, that's telling you use a different tank with different gadgets. So these are like like I kind of liken them to like Pikmin caves. You go down level by level and you have to kill things quickly in unique areas to get a point total to continue. This is the mode that I say is most like the salmon run in Splatoon. Where it's like you versus a bunch of enemies and you have a time limit and you have to kill things. So if you've ever played that mode in Splatoon, this is the most familiar to it. And it can be fun. Especially since they are distinct. It's not just like, here's a random enemies. They usually have themes. And the levels are designed to help with that. Where it's not just random, here's the 5 generic levels. It's like, no, we got this. And this is going to be only these guys. And they're going to have, like, specific... Oh, that's right, I've got different upgrades. Or different gadgets. And gizmos aplenty. Fuck out of here. Oh, that's right. I got the little. I got a helper bug, I think. Yeah. As soon as you get the requisite amount, you go down to level 2. I don't know how deep it goes. I don't know if it's gonna become. I don't know if it's gonna become like Pikmin, where there are like 20 levels worth, where it's like, oh my god. Did that work? Oh, that worked. Nice. It might. I mean, at the end, I've heard this game gets pretty hard when it comes to that specific aspect. But no, it does a good job of feeling like this while still doing its own thing. And you do feel very strong in this game, and I think that is because you're doing it alone. Not just in this part, but in general, you know, if you're doing a thing without other people. And they mentioned that. When you try to do this game with other people, raiding, and they mentioned that, yeah, it's going to be harder. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. And you're not going to do as much damage and that kind of thing. Because you'll have 2 people, and then logically you should be better, right? Maybe not. Yes. And it's true. I tried to help one person on a raid and we lost, and I felt kind of like, man, I'm sorry. I can't be the guy, like the meme guy from oh my god, I'm dead. From Elden Ring, who was helping people. I can't do that, man. What do I look like? All right, sub-level 3. So I think just 3. Long line. Steel eel. More like Stel L. What makes this dude different? Is he just stronger? Is he just longer? He's just tougher and rougher. I get it. Oh man, fuck. Give me my ink back, why don't you? Oh, that fucking freezes them! That's right, I got an upgrade that freezes things, because I can add upgrades to my abilities and they do stuff. That was easy. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, some of the random upgrades I picked up, they seem fairly good. Unyararang Murit Hunter. What do we get? Plummeting darts worth 4,000. 4 million. I will say also part of this feels like, is it Luigi's Mansion where you got stuff where there's a game where you're getting things and it's adding to your total money value? I don't know, maybe it's like Kirby from Great Cave Offensive where I'm getting like shit and it's worth money and we're getting total values of things. Odd comparison, but maybe a flashy dart preferred by flamboyant players. Its lavish ornamentation prevents it from flying very well. This should clear up the fog. Salmonids are getting tougher. Make sure your gear is up to date. Also, I've noticed the bot make a rattling sound every time it takes a step. Mechanic, could you take a look? Yeah, don't... Keep your eye on the prize. What do we have here? Cute little spatula. About to start a human-only run in Power World. Everyone's been playing Power World, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't get it. I'm not gonna make any statement for or against. Game patterns, the whole conversation. But to be honest, I feel like in my opinion, there feels like there are better survival games out there. But I guess, is it just the aspect that it is like Pokemon a little bit in a survival game? Is that really that appealing to people? It might be. I don't know. I've actually... When I saw it like ages and ages ago, and I guess it wasn't even in 1.0 yet, it kind of didn't look very fun. Instead of catching pals, I'll be catching only the people and forcing them to work the mines. That doesn't seem very nice. I guess it's possible. Taking the dark route, the weird route in like RimWorld. Frid mixed things on the Rust half of it. Some people think it's one of the mill, other people think it's better than most. It didn't look very good from my perspective on it. It felt like there were better ones, but also Rust isn't even the only one. I mean, Rust is kind of its own thing. Like Valheim or, you know, any of the forest games, stuff like that. I remember one where you could like build a boat and do all this cool stuff on an island. I mean, fair. If people like it, people like it. People like a lot of survival games. I haven't played as many. And I think a part of it is because a lot of them do feel more multiplayer-centric, and I would want to do those with people. Because they do seem like a lot of fun, but... Anyway, sorry. Something real familiar about it. Hey, isn't that design on your family emblem, Fry? You're right, it's the Onaga clan crest. You're totally right. We have something just like it at my house. I've seen it on the heirloom hairpin from my great-great-grandpa's generation. I did hear that Salmon had stole one of them a long, long time ago. And would this have been when the swarms of salmonids sometimes descended on Splatsville? Apparently, in those dire times, it was our three families who would smack them back into the sea. Something stolen so long ago ended up here now, then that means. The salmonids that attacked Splatsville generations ago were from Spiralite Islands. I've read every salmonid attack left the city in a pretty rough shape back then. Must have cost a fortune to fix up all the homes and roads. And no doubt, which is to say, the salmonids owe us a bundle with interest. Or interest. Not your favorite, but it's decent. It's fair. Part of the whole thing about those games is variety. People play new ones. You have no interest in Rust like myself, so I have no interest in the game. Again, I think it is an appeal when you have people to mess around within a world. A somewhat sandboxy-esque world where you get to build a little place and send people to do things and mess around. Hey, Shiver. It does feel like they're always posing whenever they're looking at me. It's like they're never just standing normally. They gotta move. Enhanced knockback. I got freeze, which was very cool. I didn't expect it to be so palpable. Also, I forgot I got a new rust power. Damage dealt to salmonids hit with 3 or more consecutive attacks. Let me tinker. Persistent bangarang, booyarang. When the booyarang returns, it circles you. Its horizontal area is up. That's cool. And you don't have anything for me. I like your glasses. Oh, I'm still using Shiver. Alright, big map open up. Oh, I thought that said Harem Island. No, that says Nerim. Nerim. Harem Island? Alright, let's do this. Level 19. My god. There were challenges in this that I actually couldn't do, even though they were lower level. I just couldn't do it. Okay, here's the missions where it's like you're on a level, follow your path and get the treasure at the end. Still don't know why we've got like toothpicks full of fruit in Giant World. Whenever we see something like this where it's like, okay, we have giant fruit on giant pins. Is this like a world where we're tiny? And this was like post-human, where they were big or something? Or is that just a coincidence? Nice. Listen, there's a lot of lore. Oh, the Drizzler, that's not fun. Listen, remember guys, if you went to Nintendo Live, you could have played Mario Kart against the Drizzler. Now renamed to be the Drizzler because of Splatoon, it's true. Can I get up there? It's over here. I mean, nothing really. I was hoping to be like a secret. I didn't look. I don't know if there's any... There will be, like, scrolls and stuff in this, but... Unrelated to anything, but... I've started something which feels like a very good habit. Oh, the shit back here. For various reasons. But it was also partially on a whim. Do I want to fucking, like, snowboard over there? No, I'll walk. So I'd already been setting my alarm at 8. But I don't usually get up at 8. I usually stay in bed a little bit, and it's not very good. I don't know what this does. I've had no idea what that does, and I still don't. So it's a problem where I get out of bed late. It takes me a long time, which means it kind of defeats the purpose of getting porpoise. What the fuck? Waterboarding. It takes like time for me to get up and ready, and it's why am I even getting up at this time if I'm not like getting awake at the time that I should be? It's part of me that feels very silly. And I want to get healthier. I want to get stronger. I want to be able to sleep better. I want general improvements, and one of the big things for things like that, and especially sleep, is see the sun in the morning. Get a little bit of exercise. Not a lot, but enough can change you, like change can show major improvements for you. I never like running outside because it's tough. Not because it's tough, but because you're visible. You know, there's no privacy. I'm just running outside and everyone can see you being like and look like an idiot. And if it's early morning and other people are running or walking and they just see a guy fucking running full sprint down the street, and where I live is very hilly, it's like I don't want to scare anyone or do anything weird. I don't know. You get self-conscious for various dumb reasons. But walking is fine. I've been told I live in an incredibly hilly place. Oh, this is steep. Where my friends are like, man, getting up this hill to get up to your place. I'm like, I've never noticed. I just never noticed. Yeah, big cliff, I know. Can I get up there? I can, wait. There's secrets to be had. But so what I started doing, and I timed it the other day to check before I started. It was like, okay, my quote-unquote block takes about 15 minutes to walk around, and it's hills. Okay, there's a compass. So it's good exercise, and it'll get me out in the morning, and it'll get some sun. The sun might not be fully out, depending, but it'll be there, and it might benefit me. So I've done that Monday, and I did it today. Where I set up my clothes and shoes ahead of time, and as soon as I get out of bed, first thing I do is put on some clothes, maybe like wash my face, and then go outside immediately. One of the tricks, by the way, is just thinking about what you're gonna do the next morning as you're going to bed. Like focus on it a little bit. Like I'm doing this. That way, when it happens, you've done it. You wake up and your mind's already like, yeah, I've got it. But so I've gotten up. 8 o'clock. I'm outside. I'm walking. Getting early exposure to sun, which is good for you, and it will help you center yourself and get better sleep. And also just better body habits. Good cardiovascular health will make you feel better, and might help me sleep. Again, a lot of this is in the end of like sleeping better, and also just being generally a little bit healthier. For something that's not that heavy effort, it's 15 minutes. And it's time where I would have been awake and sitting in bed regardless. Then I can come back and actually get ready for real and go to work. Hopefully by 8:30, get there at 9. Which, and if I'm doing that, is oftentimes sooner than I already do. Because there are plenty of times where I wake up at 8, quote unquote, stay in bed, and don't get to work until 9:15, 9:30. It's a good habit. I've done it 2 days. It's not like I've done it like a week or anything like that. You know, this isn't like I've been doing it for a month. I don't even know if I'm really seeing any improvements or anything yet, but I don't know why they added the waterboarding. I like it. I just wish you could have more free roam. Because it feels like we did a little minigame where it was like the blooper from Sunshine level where you have to jump around. I don't know. I kind of wanted more free reign over it. Everyone hates the blooper level in Sunshine. It was better anyways. But I don't know. I'm curious to see how it's going to go. When it comes to, like, exercising, I always preferred something a bit more like weightlifting, I think, than cardio. But it's indelibly good for you. Can you do 200 jumping jacks in a day? Can you do any of that? You should. It is so important. It is so important. Even just walking around the block, I'm lucky that it is a hill and not just a flat one. I'm very lucky in that end. I do want to get good exercise. One of my things, by the way, it's always about time. Oh, wrong button. Like, it is never always about the effort, although it is about the effort. That's always going to be a part of it. But a lot of it has always been, can I do it in a time that's economical and not, like, waste my day? Because I waste a lot of time, and I hate wasting time. Or I hate how much time I waste, rather. Because I have things I want to do, and I hate it. I procrastinate a lot, and I feel bad. So it's good that it's efficient and good and actually helps me have more time in the day, get up earlier. I will say, when you wake up and you go immediately outside when it's still in the morning, it's nice. Birds are chirping. There's a freshness in the air, and you feel good. I don't know how this is going to work out in wintertime. Maybe it'll be different. Maybe I'll be wearing a hoodie. Since it's even then in the morning, it's still cold for me. Even after exercising a little bit, I'll heat up, but not immediately. But I think it will be nice. Unleaded 4K. What the fuck does that mean? But I don't know. It's something I'm trying. I'm hopefully I can stick with it and start getting good habits and making myself feel better. 'Cause that would be great. And I mean, I feel like it sets up the rest of your day a little bit. Not that day is gonna be better. Day's gonna be worse. I had a bad day on Monday. Today was better, but I was able to take a bit of a break. A complete figurine of a salmonid, from dorsal fin to tail fin, the muscles done in relief highlight its physical splendor. Light damage is dealt with a squid roll. Oh. Yeah, that thing. Alright, let me go up to my house. I still don't know if I like the fact that we gave our house a roof, because there's less sunlight. Long ago, when salmonids raided Splatsville, they stole this precious heirloom from Fry's great-great-grandfather. Native plants life here has undergone unique evolution. This is likely due to the spiralite that has devolved into the salt water. Ah, interesting. I'm learning. I've heard this game isn't too long, but it has a lot of bonus content. If you're gonna like gun it and mainline it to the end, I hear it's not too bad. Which I'm quite happy with, to be honest. Still can't upgrade. I can't get weapon scrapping until I get 2 more Drizzler's Mask and a bin. I want that badly. Actually, okay, I've got the Oil Blaster, the Shichirin Pow Schlosser. What is this? Oh, that's right. It's like it's a fancy bucket. I guess it's better. I don't know. I don't really like this weapon. But, you know, I feel obliged to use it. But, I mean, it's always an experiment to do things. I spent more time today working on cosplay stuff, which is good, because I've got obligations. Oh, yeah, unrelated. Unexpectedly, I got a message today about something tomorrow, which means I won't be streaming tomorrow. I swear that none of these are planned necessarily. I don't mean to be missing as much time as I have been on streaming. I felt a little bad. Missing like 2 weeks. 2 days in last week, two days in the week before. But things have come up recently. Which I don't mind, because it means like they're usually nice. Not that it makes that big of a difference, but I do want to like beat Ocarina of Time, for example. And tossed a dungeon! Don't fret, treasure, I'm on my way! So these are different. Because these are like challenge dungeons with specific tools and stuff like that. Give me this thing back. Like hit the targets. I think a lot of them so far, or some of them haven't been, but some of them have been feeling a bit more like either here's a, you know, use these things at a higher level, or here's how to use these things in general, depending on how easy they are. The line between that varies. It really depends on the level of skill. Can I not just hit them at the same time, but like doing this? Yeah, I can. You got that booyah down to a science. Is that meant to be a fucking compliment? If I do this, and then I do... Oh, man. Oh, man. What am I meant to do here? Oh, there we go. Very elegant. It's like it was following your lead in a dance. Thanks, Shiver. It's a lot of targets to break in one. Oh my god, all of these at once? That's why I just jumped off the edge. I couldn't bear with the shame of failure, so I came back to you. Okay, I want to know when they're going to start combining these as challenges. That's fun. That's fun. I kind of wish these had more challenges or more levels to them, because they're fun. Maybe we'll get more of them, but I like a lot of these levels are like, do it again, but it's harder this time, because we've added new things. It's like, that's fun. Okay, let's upgrade my thing. But I'm gonna have to add health at some point, right? Let me just do gadget damage. Get it over with. Just go with what I know. Okay, I've gotten every gadget I could, so what can I buy here? Even if I don't want it, let me just get it. Speed down. Delivery duration up. Scorch would be cool, but it's really... Oh my god, it's expensive. Alright, can I afford anything for this? I can. Higher jump, faster jump. I got freeze for that. Cooldown. You know, cooldown would be nice. I mean, logically, anything that lets you use your abilities more often is good, but it's not very flashy. When you get things that like light people on fire, that just seems cooler. So you're kind of like, yeah, why wouldn't I do that? You know? Yeah, I guess that's fine. I can afford it, I might as well. Yeah, that makes sense. So I could go and do these other ones with other tanks. Feels like there should be more here. There might be at some point. Did I get a... Yeah, I got this thing. And this... Okay, well, I'm getting the names. Island versus Den. This is probably a raid. A cave. So I gotta get these, like, these vernacular under my tongue. Yeah, this is a cave. Miso. Or like miso. Are these all ramen? Oh, this fucking... Can you not? I hate you. Hate this fucking thing. Oh, really? It's gonna be all these guys? That's death. Why would I do that? You never choose a weapon you hate, because then you'll just, like, you'll live in misery. And it's got benefits. Nice. I will say this music's only gotten a bit more strange as the series gone along. Like, you think they would have normalized a little bit? And they've stayed consistent in terms of, like, they got freak music. It's like, you can't always listen to the freak music and be like, what's going on? Because it's like a man, like, yoinking and yelping in squid language. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Ooh, level up. Whatever sound that squids make. Along with the songs where you're just... you know... actual... It's like a real song, but just with a squid filter, but it's fine. It's whatever. Treasure! Oh, one of those. That's right. Skill point. Sorry, sorry. Nice. I can't believe it. I do feel like they took some of this upgrade from the Splatoon 3 DLC with the chips and the stuff. So it's like, oh yeah, we can do this, can't we? And they were like, yeah, we can. And kind of took that as like a little bit of, oh yeah, here's something else we can add to this. To be fair, it's good. In a general statement, I think upgrading things feels good in most games. Being able to have some kind of upgrade system, or level up system, or something to that effect, generally feels good. So it makes sense that so many games have or engage in systems of that kind, because it's nice. I think it's usually fun. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's overbearing, and sometimes there's too many systems. And there's a level of sometimes variance in multiple systems is fun, but it depends on if they're connected or not, and how different are they, and how much work is it. Like Xenoblade X, I don't know where I feel about it as a game I've been playing recently. But, you know, you have affinity with different people, and you've also got, which blocks certain things, and you've got basic level ups, which just has stats. You've got, obviously, weapons and abilities that you can do and level up new things with. Then you've got arts that you can level up individually, and you unlock more as you get to different classes, which you can switch, and classes also let you get skills, which you can choose. Then you have all your party members, who all have those things. So you have to choose from the 30 people which party members you want, and then decide what moves they have, and then decide which ones of those to upgrade. And then, you know, every time anyone levels up or unlocks a new ability or move, you need to take a look. And it's quite a lot. And they don't always feel that connected, but, you know, there's major and minor things you gotta keep on top. Every time you get a new piece of equipment, or a new skill, or a new ability, or a new level, it's like, okay, what am I checking now? Where in this game, for example, I feel like all of the systems are kind of based around the basic idea of you're getting things by doing these missions, whether it's specific like drops from enemies, or just the generic coins that you're getting, or whatever. And then you can upgrade your base or your weapons, or get new abilities or skills or whatever. And all those are kind of costing the similar, if not the same stuff. Not specifically, but in enough of a way to where it's not like they're so distinct and disconnected. If I'm spending money on upgrading the base, that money isn't going towards something else. So I still have the option to engage in any of it. And they all feel like different systems, but they also still feel kind of like they're connected, like the same system. And I think maybe that helps, like, the mental idea of it. Of, like, I got too many things going on. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, it's like games when you see an ability tree and it's like fucking a billion pieces long. It's like, what am I doing? Yeah, there are a lot of gadget parts, but a lot of them I don't care too much. I mean, that's something I do care. Some of them I don't. I saw that there was a huge collection of it, but I don't know if I'm going to feel obligated to get all of them. I'm really only going to get the ones that I care about, or notice, or see. Because in this case, it feels like a functional thing more than a collectible thing. There's a reason to get it, and the reason I want to get it is because it makes my moves cool. And that's a more functional purpose. I like collectibles with a functional purpose because then it actually lessens, in my mind, depending on what it is, your incentive to get it, depending on whether or not you need it. I feel that way about heart pieces, where it's like I've never gotten all of them in a Zelda game if I don't feel like I need them. These gadget parts are cool, but there's plenty of shit ones. I don't need to fill out my Collectopedia and be like, oh, I got every one, unless I just feel like I want to do that. Like doing every level and every challenge, sure, but getting all of those, I'll get as many as I would like that I think are cool and fun. The story will be concluded with the main game. We're serious about concluding the series with FF Revelation, and we're proceeding with development with that goal in mind. If we were to hypothetically release any DLC, we would want to create a spin-off focused on a specific character that depicts their untold stories, kind of like what we did with Yuffie and FF Remake episode Intermission. I think there's a demand for it among fans, so in the case we do end up considering it, this is the kind of thing that we'd likely attempt to do. Okay. So you're right, and I feel like I'm also right. I thought their plan was not to do any DLC for it, because they wanted to finish it off there. But it sounds like because there was enough want by fans for a DLC, they'd consider it, and they would focus it on a side character, like you were thinking, which makes sense. They wouldn't just do, like, post-game, what happened, you know. I guess it would be set earlier? I don't know. I don't know where. The fuck is this? At some point, the number of options feels so overwhelming, I just kind of gave up trying to figure out what I want. I mean, some of them seem more obviously cool than others. Like, oh, here's the thing for the Splatchet that lets you hit 5 times instead of 2. Yeah, I want that. The move is like 10 times as long and strong and cool. But ones where it's like basic stat boost, that doesn't seem as cool. But it also still seems very useful. I'm not thinking heavily about it, but the ones that stick out in my mind are obviously more, you know. Also, they didn't give you a glider in this game, but they did give you like magical flying petals. They say Vincent, it could be post-story. I mean, it's true, but it depends on how much they want to link in with those things. And I don't know if they want to retread Dirge, for example. And also, one of the reasons I haven't engaged too much with any post-FF7 stories, we're talking about FF7 for a second, is because I like the way FF7 ends. It's a little ambiguous, but that's kind of the point. Nature has come back, and the world has been saved, the peace has been drawn. Are the characters okay? Is everyone dead, or are they not? The planet's fine, and that's kind of the point. And everyone came to their conclusion, and came and chose to fight for the right reasons. Everyone in FF7, you know, every time talks about, like, you watch stories, and it's like, oh, here's why FF7 is this, all the characters having a false face. What are they doing, and why are they doing it? Who are they showing themselves as, and what are they actually? And by the end of the game, they all come to terms with it. They all have the character arcs. We learn about them as characters, and learn about who they are, what they represent. And then they can go off and save the world with them being themselves in the reality of it. Whether they live or whether they die, we don't even know. So when we have the post-game games that happen where it's like, oh, actually, yeah, no, things are here, they're fine, but there's more drama and then things happen. It's like, oh, what happened to our nice completion? What happened to our nice ending? And I get it, and it doesn't mean it can't be good. I can't say it's not good because I haven't tried it. But at the same time, I like the fact that there was an ending. So it depends. Vincent has a gun and there's people to shoot. yeah. I know. In theory, everything is useful. Much of it is pros and cons. Kind of balanced. I mean, to me, it feels like the chips from Splat 3, which were very fun. I really like the chip system. It's just this one is more like a deck builder, but you buy packs as opposed to like getting them randomly. It's not a roguelike. My perception is you can get pretty broken, but you only know how broken it is by using it. and trying out specific, I guess you would call them builds. Ooh. In this game, for Splatoon right now, it'd be builds of like what things are you attached to your gadget and what are they focusing on? Is it focusing on speed? Is it focusing on volume? Is it focusing on pure damage? When you use it, I think it'll become noticeable. Just like the chips, like, oh, this, you really feel it, because then once you go to like without it, and you're like, man, this shit sucks. It's easier to see there because you start every mission with nothing, right? So logically, you have a better idea about how much you're improving by gaining things, where in this case, you're not. Because you're always adding, you're not really taking away. It's hard to feel strong if you don't know how weak you used to be. And that's one of the reasons that roguelikes do. They simultaneously suck and feel appealing. It sucks to restart. It sucks to die in a roguelike and restart. You have to do everything from scratch, and you feel slow and weak and fighting enemies you should have been able to defeat 5 minutes ago easily. But it gives you a place to grow every time, which makes that sense of growth and your abilities that you're gaining and things you're picking up, it makes them feel a lot better because you know how weak you were. In this case, I'm always adding things to my moveset, and I don't really get the sense of how weak I was unless I take everything off, which you wouldn't really do, you just replace. So realistically, the only way to know is to try a different approach and try a different build. Chip probably gave them the idea, but it's definitely nicer having permanent access. I mean that's true. You kind of like it gives you the roguelike thing of you get to be able to you can choose your build very easily at a certain point within a random output. But chip sconce become you can combine parts together. Oh, I kind of had that thought, but I didn't know how they're going to do it. That makes sense. A seeming beautiful wind instrument with a supple curve. Supple. Some salmonid must have held strong opinions and form elegance. Only the way you feel weak is if you swap tanks after using a single one. I mean, I did notice when I swapped to like the speedy tank because I had to. I was like, wow, I was really underrating how fast this makes you feel. Oh, they're talking about curry again. Yeah, that's right. I need curry. I don't have any like prepared food in my kitchen right now. Quite unfortunate, really. Shame. Every fucking... Also, everyone's playing Endocopia right now, which is... So in my wheelhouse of people I watch, they're all playing weird games nobody's heard of but me. But that's not true, because there's enough people playing them that know they exist, but at the same time, it's like... Okay, I want to unlock Scorch. Scorch seems awesome. But it takes 5,000 Spiralite. I don't have that. Sorry, gems. Currency. I'm going to make a game where the currency is just called currency. And yes, you do get more parts for the stuff you're using. When you switch to a new tank, you've got nothing again. Which makes sense. But no, I'm going to be like, you have currency to unlock move. This move takes away HP. It's not burn or anything like that, it just takes away HP. No, I don't really use Splatling guns. Mostly because I don't like having to fucking charge. I know it's not that long of a charge, but if I'm panicking, I don't want to have to like wait for 3 seconds. I just want to go. Also, I don't know if I've been using this auto activation. I don't know if I like it or not. Oh, I got a compass. Compass. Compact. Ooh, new challenge. Dungeon, rather. Go to the dungeon and learn, my friend. And there are they. And they are friend. Gadget development does assist with that. Yeah, that helps, but you still get this idea of, like, whatever. When does FF7 Revelation come out? I don't remember. It's like it's early next year, right? It's only like 6 months from now or something. Which is crazy. Fucking crazy. I bought other games. I mean, I'm excited, even though I'm still literally playing Xenoblade X, and you saw me play it. I want to play Xenoblade 2, and they just had the update for it, and it was like, this looks fun. This looks good. I'd like to play that. That's like a 200-hour RPG. That is like the longest of the Xenoblade games, aside from X, probably. Oh, fuck yeah. Look at this. Now, this is the shit I wanted. This is just fun. This is just fun. Let's go for it, baby. Oh, man. May would make me cry. What else is coming out in May? I mean, May is my birthday. That'd be great. I'm gonna see Convoluted Battle Systems. You're gonna get them in spades. I mean, I'm playing Xenoblade X. Convoluted enough. I know it's complicated in 2. I know fundamentally the combat system changed from Xenoblade 1 to 2. 1 and X had kind of a similar version of the same one with maybe some enhancements. But 2, on the other hand, I know is different. And then I think that led into 3 and the rest of the series kind of using what 2 went with instead. I'm excited for it. For many people, it's the best game in the series. It is probably the most popular game in the series. Whether or not it's everyone's favorite, it is the most popular. I mean, I don't think it would be a nightmare as much as it would just be something you have to just play from the scratch. I've heard... Maze when you go to a convention. I see. It's like a DKC minigame. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, these kind of levels were in the single players before, and I like these ones. Depending. There's always done these little ones where it's like use a gadget and do some random arbitrary task. Make your way through a gauntlet. Find your way through a maze. Break a bunch of crates. Good. It's good to break up the other stuff. Like I said, every mission's different. I was gonna say something. I got distracted. No, but yeah, May you go into a convention. Yeah, I mean mine. I don't know what my convention is. I'm not gonna be able to beat the game within like a span of time. It's gonna be like 6 months of me playing FF7 on the weekends again, and I kind of have accepted that fact. But you know, it's fine. As long as no one's gonna spoil it for you at the con. Oh, that was really far up there. Oh my god. But no, I don't know. I'm excited for Xenoblade 2. Because it's the most popular in the series, and people seem to like it. And now that it's got upgrades, and they've changed a bunch of things to make it better, it'll be fun. And again, yes, I've heard specifically, they explain the combat in Xenoblade 2 very poorly, where there's certain fundamental things that they don't really tell you that are confusing, and can make it difficult to get into the game combat-wise. I know people are like, Chugga Conroy did like a video, like, before you play this game, that's not even related to my Let's Play, just watch this and it'll tell you about the combat, that way you're not confused. Or rather, that way you can get the most out of the game. It's like, okay. That's what I've heard. But yeah, there's that. I mean, there's other games I want to play first. I'd mention again, I'm probably going to stream Kemei Taichi no Yoru, which was just translated in English, which is crazy that I literally brought it up a month ago. I still think it's crazy that I brought that shit up like a month ago. And now a translation is out for it. There was another game that I wanted to play too that was kind of niche and specific and a little weird. You can take a break playing it. Good luck getting back to it. I mean, I kind of felt that way when I picked up Xenoblade a little bit for the update just to check it out. And that's probably because I was playing X so much. I mean, but I think if you play a game for long enough, you're going to get into it relatively quickly. Depends on how, you know, how soon I take a break. But if I'm going to play 2, I'm going to play it relatively, like I'm not going to stop for too long until I finish it. I might take a break for like a month or 2, but I'll come back to it. And hopefully I'll be at the point where I've played enough to at least know how the game works. Okay, so this is big open level where you just have to kill things to get points. And there's 2 levels of points you can get, but there's no timer, there's no panicking, just do it. Unrelated, Fire Emblem had their direct today. I don't really care much about Fire Emblem, but I played a little bit of some of them, and I don't fundamentally hate the game or the gameplay or anything like that. I never want it to be that case. There's aspects of it that I can get into and aspects that I kind of understand and get what people like. And there's aspects where I'm like, I could see it myself playing this and enjoying it. And with this new one, there's a lot in there that actually I see that seems quite fun. I'm not going to spoil too much about it. And, I mean, it's in the Direct. You can just watch it. Nintendo showed it off. It's public knowledge now. But like, there seems to be, you know, you do your mission. At least the first half of the game. You do your mission at the fucking stadium. Then you have this big, like, semi-open world where you can hang out, do fights, talk to people, do side quests, explore, go to different towns, do, like, fucking turn-based shit, which is strange. And then prepare for your big fight again, and then do another one. Do that for as long as it takes. Who knows how long that portion of the game is? So I don't know. It seems much more expansive and open than my perception of what Fire Emblem is. Because a lot of my perception of Fire Emblem is fairly linear, going from place to place. Like, you do a challenge, and it's like, oh, we defeated Captain Earnhardt of the Lion Kingdom. It seems the troops have moved 10 feet ahead. I think we gotta stop them at the overpass, and then we meet at the overpass, and we do another fight. Then like, oh, we've taken the overpass, but aghast, Princess Diane has been kidnapped. Sorry, you were too late. And then there's a big, you know, cutscene about it, and then you have to go to the Crystal Kingdom and start doing fights there, and it's very linear. Oh my god, I just fell into lava like an idiot. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. That was I don't know why I thought I could just jump that. But yeah, that's my perception of, like, Fire Emblem. Maybe in older games. And man, that might even be true. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But this newest Fire Emblem, which they showed up today, seems so much wider in scope that it's like, whoa. Oh, please stop shooting. Oh, that shit just disappeared. And it blatantly just seemed fun and good. I get it. Like, I understand the appeal. At least to a degree. I mean, if not fully, but... I'm not gonna pick it up. And I don't want to pay the $80 for it or anything like that. But... Oh, that was fucked up. That was a weird interaction. But yeah, I can't say it doesn't look like a good game. I do wonder about Nintendo's, like... I guess... Is Three Houses the most popular one since Awakening? If not just the most popular one. Fire Emblem is kind of a series that over time has grown a lot. I don't know if it was ever big in America. I guess it was probably bigger in Japan. Always. I don't know the numbers it got to ever say if it was like Metroid sales numbers at a time, and then eventually it became much bigger. Like how did it sell? I don't know. Fire Emblem. The GBA ones and stuff like that. I have no idea. Because in my head I was like, if this is a niche series and now it's really gotten to the big time, then you could. It's a testament of sticking to series. Eventually they might hit it. Eventually they might get bigger. Maybe things like Awakening and then the mobile game has probably helped a lot. It kept people in the loop of the series. But like this, the testament of like, yeah, you know, sometimes series might hit. It might take a while. You keep trying. You do new things. Even series that have, like, quote-unquote, been gone and never been that big can always get bigger with enough time and legacy. You don't just be like, oh, it was a failure, we'll never do it again. Which helps that Nintendo doesn't work on the system of, like, oh, we just, you know, they want things to make money, of course, but... Like, oh, it does enough, we'll put some, you know, we'll do it. And then because somebody at Nintendo happens to want to work on a thing, and they got enough passion towards it, they'll be like, yeah, go for it. I'm sure it's not as simple as that, but from what I've heard, a lot of it has to be someone has to have a special interest in a game or series to want it to. Oh, Colby's here. To want it to be a thing, and it's like if you don't have someone spearheading a specific game or series, it's not gonna fucking happen. Anyone who's like requesting a specific series to come back, you gotta be like, I need someone on the inside to do this for me. FE7 on GBA was kind of classic linear story-driven tech RPG. You have consequences, and you can't go back in time to redo another chapter. First GBA FE after Melee's release sold less than 1 million. So that was, I would say, I mean, it depends on the Metroid. It depends on certain other niche Nintendo series. But yeah, I would say that was solidly very niche. Under 1 million. I didn't play it, but I got the impression FE8 on GBA let you freely travel around the world. Huh. GC's Path of Radiance was... and it only did less, so very niche. Incredibly niche. Like a Metroid series, maybe even worse, depending on the game. To be honest. Not that those games are bad, I've actually heard those games are pretty good. But, yeah, not exactly heavy hitter. Otherwise, shit. I would say now, though, with Awakening, and then with Three Houses, doing just, like, gangbusters. Fucking great. And I don't have the numbers for those, but I know it hit into a much bigger time. Man, the growth of that to go to Awakening to 2 million and Fates to 3 million, even just getting a million's a big deal, but getting multiple millions for a single game, coming from what they were, is really fucking impressive. Again, all it takes is one game in the series to really push it over the edge, and then it just changes everything. Then you've got fans. Then you can re-release old games, try new ones. You've got people taking an interest. You give it enough time, you keep trying things, and you get that one game that'll get people into a series. And then it'll change everything. Yeah, literally it's just been on an upward trend. Every game since has been doing better and better. The only issue I see with this current game is price. Because my thought is they're not pricing it like it's a niche game. And I guess at this point it's not really, is it? Not anymore. But they're not pricing it in that way. And I almost thought, like, should they? Because it's expensive. And it's a big game, but it's expensive. Yeah, we don't talk about the toothpaste Chan. I don't know how well that sold. I'm sure it sold fine, but it was like a... It wasn't a spin-off, but it kind of felt like a spin-off. Because it wasn't like, quote-unquote, the main one. Like Three Houses to 4 Houses, whatever we are at now. Oh, blow up in my face. You know, I do need extra help. I keep putting it off. I will have to do it at some point. Nice, thanks. Japan only mystery of the emblem was 1 million. Oh, interesting. The mystery of the emblem. The apocryphal fire emblem? Yeah, I suppose so. Premise made it sound like they wanted to rehash the Mobile Heroes premise. Kind of. I mean, a little bit. You pull in heroes. It clearly wasn't like this is the next Fire Emblem, but more that this is like a fun, like, side game. So I don't know how well it sold. 1.5 million's not bad for what it is, and still does better than the actual mainline games, which are probably arguably better. But, you know, it is what it is. Everyone who was a big fan of Three Houses is definitely interested in this game, and I know that, and I've seen that. There are really big fans of this series and these characters, and specifically Three Houses and what they did, and all the people they added in the lore, and the fact that this ties into that lore makes sense. They did that on purpose because people like that game. People really like that game. Fan service slop. I don't want to use the word slop. I'm sure it's still a good game. But, like, you know, it just isn't serious. It's not like it's trying to tell, like, a new tale or story. And not even the story is bad. It's just, like, it's fun. Just, you know. I think it was meant to be released on the anniversary of the series, but it got delayed. It was meant to be kind of like a fun love letter to the whole series. Kind of a deal. But COVID and other things, and it kept pushed back and whatever. Typical nonsense. Everyone knows the deal. Ready for make of Guided Shadows. I think I remember that coming out because I remember seeing it on the direct. Beautiful. Look at these eggs. They're mine. They're mine. They're mine. I think. I don't know. Engage, I think had some good skits and some good gameplay, but the cast was bloated, the story was nothing. Well, yeah, I didn't expect the story to be anything. From the look of it, from the premise, I don't want that to be a negative, but it felt like a gameplay-focused kind of game. Better or for worse. Although, to be honest, maybe that is for worse. Because I like games with good stories. I'm okay with games not having good stories, but I prefer games with good stories. Send me... Oh. I don't think I've been over to this specific little island. Sparky Swarm, that sounds like shit. Can I just, like, kill you real quick? Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Leave. Leave! Thanks. I have 1 health, and these guys could fucking kill me. Where? Who the fuck is the guy doing that? There they are. Scum, that's who. Evil. Evil. Leave. I kind of have to play it safe, because I don't have any, I can't afford to screw up. And these missions are so long that screwing up would suck. Mobile game revenue is $1 billion. God damn. I mean, I had it. As someone who's not a big Fire Emblem fan, I had it and I played it and I thought it was fun. And I would comment every once in a while and be like, yeah, let's do some of this. Let's do some rounds. Let's get a new character. Let's see what do I get. One of the only times I engaged in gacha, and it was the Fire Emblem Heroes. Because you were still doing Fire Emblem gameplay at a shorter version, so it still had like somewhat engaging and fun levels to do, that kind of a thing. My early experience into that kind of stuff, where I don't really have much engagement in gacha style games. I never spent money on it, obviously, and I never will, and I haven't played it, and I don't have it downloaded anymore, so I just didn't care. And I know the gacha aspect is what is appealing to a lot of people more than anything else, but I was like, it is fun. I get it. It's appealing. I'm more of like, what free pools do I get? Let's see what we got. Got nothing. Fair enough. Try again next time I get a free pool. Oh, you motherfucker. You rain asshole. Die. You only go for 2x shield in these stages. You gotta be careful because you get 3 lives. I know, but I'm never not gonna go for 2x shield. Who the fuck is gonna go for 1? Who's gonna just stop halfway? And normally I'm better. This time I was playing sloppily. Getting these sloppy seconds, you know. Fuck you. Get fucked. Goldie. Also, shit like Goldie's gonna make you want to go quick. You can't go quick. You gotta stay. Oh my god, efficient. Fucked, maybe. Nice, Goldie. Although I don't think that's caused me any impact, Goldie. Like I don't think they're just gonna go. I think you can just kill Goldie, and it's fine. I don't think it's gonna like flee. It's not like a magic pot or something. Speedrunners, yeah, well, speedrunners. Listen, as Miyamoto once said in an interview, speedrunners are like they don't understand what games are about, and there's something's wrong with them. They need to go outside, I think, is what he said. Back in the 80s, this was old. Let's go for it. Get it. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're getting. This is the best way, arguably, of getting Spiralite, so especially with Goldie. Got 5,000 right now, and I haven't even gotten to the end. So fucking mind this shit. It'll round out to be 1,000. It'll round out to be 5,000. Lost a couple hundred. So if you need that for something, that helps. But yeah, I don't have it. I don't want to ever make it that I fucking hate Fire Emblem. It's not a series I care that much about, and I really haven't played any of its games fully. But I think there is a world where I could like it and get into it at some point. I don't think it would ever be my favorite. How do you root a game? It's like how do you root any game? Rooting a game for speedrunning is just you just try something, and if someone does better than you, then you look at why. You have to start. You just choose to start, and then it forms itself naturally, like a cave, like a stalactite. Pardon if this is out of the blue, but do you have any interest in live performances or stage shows? I thought that someone with your talents could make me a transforming stage with special lighting tricks. Why the cold stare? This is crueler than a no would have been. Kidding, of course. Not about the work, though. If you're interested in that kind of thing, consider my offer. Done a lot for me. So if you're ever looking for work, I'd be happy to provide. I've got clout in Splatsville, you know? You're looking at the next head of the Hojiro clan. Though even once I take up the mantle, I'd be reluctant to break my ties with Deep Cut. Kidding, of course. Yes, a joke. I need to repeat these silly sentiments to Friar Big Man. Okay, mechanic. If the constant raiding ever wears on you, I have a great song to relax to. I'll have Big Man play it on the hideout ship on occasion, so you can let it wash over you. Nice. Bond increased with Shiver. Thanks, Shiver. Hey, Big Man. Big Man, I have like 0 bond with you. I'm sorry. Bond with me. They make you take Shiver for a certain mission, and that's probably why I've got, I just left it on. Like, what weapon scrapping? Yes! Maybe DK Bonanza when it comes out to 100% stages. So open, it'd be hell to figure out. I mean, yeah, that would suck. I mean, that's a game where you're not going to get, like, a Mario Bros. With an optimal route where there's, like, millisecond differences. Not even, like, less than a millisecond difference between, you know, it's literally, like, so perfected. They're just not that kind of games. Where maybe, like, it's like chess. It's like, you can't solve a DK speedrun for Bonanza. Because the amount of computing power for every potential possible microcosm variable that you could do for a task, for example. There's too many variables. There's far too many variables for you to ever figure it out. Not even for a person, but even for a computer. So you come up with general ideas and trends and focus on those. Whoever came up with scrapping weapons for Spiralight Shards is a genius. Yeah, I know. Alright, Fry. Let's break these fucking things. We've got the Arbiter of Creation. Oh my god, it's one of those fucking machines that destroys anything. Alright, all of my level 1 weapons are gonna go to you. Over here. Hey, Fry. Scrapping weapons get you Spiralight Shards, you know. They're not one using anymore. Go and scrap it. Ocarina of Time feels like another one that's crazy to root given all the glitches. I mean, surely it's easy because it's a very linear game. By default, you go through Ocarina of Time in order, only hitting the things you have to do. If there's a glitch that helps you skip, then you choose to use the glitch. Excluding anything that, like, warps to the end immediately. And I don't know, I've never seen speedruns. Oh, OT 100%. Sorry, 100% of anything is different. OT 100% is different in general. It is much easier than a game like Bonanza, 100%. Like, even just playing it casually, I'm not doing 100%, but I know all the big things I have to hit. The specificity of, like, which heart pieces can I get now, which Skulltulas can I get now, and where are they related to me is a different thing, because I don't know all of those. But I'm getting as many things as I can as I go along in good time. There's still decisions you have to make, and you have to try in one way versus another way. And depending on what you think works better, you stick to one. But I guess if you mean just glitches that let you get the places in different orders, if potentially doing those glitches might enhance the ability of doing something earlier rather than later. I mean, my thing is, I feel like glitches in that case don't help as much as they could, due to the fact that if you're doing 100%, you kind of have to get everything. So you need to do everything in every order. You can't skip an area. You can never skip a full area because you have to go there to get the stuff that's in it. Invariably. The most I can see it helping is if you're in an area and you don't have to double back to it, maybe a glitch can make you get a Skulltula or a heart piece that you would normally have to wait for. That kind of a thing, but I don't know. Hey, Fry. I like how Shiver is always, like, posing, and you're just chilling and sitting. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of all of my level 1 or my star 1 weapons. I'm sorry. It's overdue. I feel kind of bad because some of these I've not used. But if you're 1 star, you're worthless to me. I want the bucket. Squelcher's not bad, but I've got it level 3 Squelcher, don't I? Well, also, there's different levels. The Jam Squelcher is unique, but... There we go. Beautiful. Level 3s, I've only got, like, a couple of them, so I'll keep those. Again, there's some stuff where it's like, maybe I wanted that, but it's gone now, so... Oh, you know. Comically sounded gulp. I wanted Scorch. Which is very expensive. And its upgrade is equally expensive. Fishbone Punk outfit. Oh, man. I'll keep what I got for now. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. Yeah. Damage surge. After using his weapon, damage surges for 5 minutes. Or next gadget. All those are good. But I've got what I got. But the big thing with Awkward Time is they have some kind of glitches that let you obtain items from effectively nowhere, but the proper 100% categorized requirement of grabbing the items needed for 100% from the original source. Really? That's very specific. I feel like... I mean, I guess... I don't know. There's always a limit on what glitches are too game-breaking to allow in a speedrun. As I mentioned. So I guess it might be fair. I'm assuming they've come to that conclusion after a period of testing and finding and figuring out that certain things work or don't work. I like the longer range blasters. I don't like the short ones. But you know what? I'll use it. It'll do damage. But I respect the idea of 100%. In general, my perception of 100% should be more authentic. I didn't get the compass! Oh, fuck. That's what I want. Okay, I'm going to do this level 1 very quick and just find the compass that I missed, because that's something you don't want to miss out on. That's another level. But I think if you're doing 100%, a part of that is getting every item in the place it's found. So I think that is a fair that is a fair restriction. It's like, that's the fun of it. That's the point, is having to see the entire game to get every part. And maybe there are glitches to help you get those things faster. Like, oh, you normally get this heart piece as an adult, but you can get it as a kid. You're still getting it in the location it's found in, but if you can just, like, I don't know, stand there and dupe glitch at the beginning of the game and avoid going to any of the parts that make the 100% run, then what the fuck is the point? So I get why that's there. That makes sense. Yeah, it gets boring. Again, that's why it's like the door time, beat the game in 2 seconds glitch. Or there's something like that. I don't remember the specifics. I don't watch speedruns of Ocarina of Time regularly. I might have seen one once, or maybe Artist mentioned it or something on stream. I don't remember. There are glitches like that. Or the Ocarina bottle glitch or whatever, you know. But yeah, you don't... They're arbitrary. I know the rules are arbitrary. Like, if you wanted to be, you know, more basic about it, you can just say glitchless and non-glitches. But that opens up too many doors of something to being either boring or tedious or unfun. And it's like, I don't want it to be boring and tedious and unfun. I want it to be fun and cool and interesting to watch and fun to do. Like, it's like, again, it's like a Mario 64 speedrun. Or like a 16-star speedrun is fun. It is fun to watch and see and do. And you have this idea of there's glitches and things you're doing. But it's not so divorced that you just need, it's not like a, you know, like, you do nothing, 0 star or whatever. It rides that balance well, which is why it's a popular format. But you know, it's not the literal fastest way to beat this game ever. Because if that's the pure spirit of it, well, okay. There's some very boring ways of beating games fast. And we can go ahead and do those. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. wrong warp to credits and wrong warp again its castle. But yeah, there's specifics for specific things people have found. And I mean, you can still do them, and there still exists a thing for those specifics that, like, the limitations make sense, even if even if at times it does feel arbitrary. People are going to disagree, right, on what they decide is worth or not worth doing. Like, maybe some person feels like, oh, well, this glitch should be allowed for these general rules and categories, and other people are going to be like, well, no, fuck it, that ruins everything, you fucking idiot. And, like, that's not very nice, but they might still feel that way, and that's fine. Is it over there? Is there something in this island? I'm seeing a thing. Yeah, I missed this. I clearly wasn't looking deeply enough. Thank you. Yeah, there is a secret little island over here. Died. There's the compass that I was looking for. Alright, kill a couple more guys, then we'll get the fuck out of here. Yeah, adds variety. It's all about fun. Again, I don't know if you know how my feelings on this topic, but it's about fun. That's the goal, right? If it's not fun, why bother? It's very important to me. I don't know if anyone's ever gotten that idea before. Oh. It becomes less fun. I do find it, by the way, there is a humor in the idea that I chose this as my, like, catchphrase and slogan and username or whatever. When I am, in general, I would say probably a fairly serious person. I don't know if that comes across on stream at all whatsoever. It probably does. I'm a silly guy, too. But I take things fairly seriously in many ways. Either, actually, I don't know. Maybe I see myself as serious and I'm not, or maybe I don't see myself as serious and I am. Maybe there's you know, it's Max into Goof. Goof Maxon. Max Goof from the extremely goofy movie. I mean, it doesn't mean you can't be fun, but and taking everything seriously is different than being a serious person. But I think it's important to take and acknowledge things in a serious way when the time arises, and other things take it lighter. Like, I'll be sarcastic, but I'll always make sure that people know my true feelings on things too, because I don't want people to get it twisted. I don't want to be misrepresented. I don't want to misrepresent myself. And that's very easy to do online and on the internet, where people will take a little word or phrase and then that they've defined your ending. I was thinking about this earlier, about if people talk about people on the internet aren't very nice. And this isn't like a call out on anyone specifically. It is just general internet culture kind of allows us to permissibly be mean to people in casual ways. Or rude. In not even just casual, but accepted ways, depending on the person. And it's a similar way we see that with, like, celebrities too, where we give them less, you know, ability or guidance. There was a post about, like, Jonah Hill talking about how he knows jiu-jitsu and he can, like, beat up people who used to call him fat. And it clearly wasn't, like, a healthy thing, and it looked, you know, a little sad. It's like, hey, man, it's alright. And I know he's probably not a great person or whatever. But clearly he's reacting and responding to that way because he was a very large guy. And that was his role in movies, and that's how people perceived him. And he probably didn't get treated very nicely for it. Probably for a long time, and it's something I can't experience, and no. I have no idea how bad it was, and especially how much worse it could be. When you're famous, and you have everybody watching you, and you're a famous person, and people know your name, and see you as that guy, and are rude to you, and just casually talk about you in ways online. And you can't, like, you can't say, hey, cut it out, because then people say you're a buzzkill, or you're lame, or you're not. You have to roll with it. If you're a known entity to the public eye, especially if you're somewhat famous, because people will give you less shrift there, you have to just be able to be okay with people talking about you in negative ways. Because if you don't, they're going to think worse of you. And that's very unfair. You know, you got to bottle that stuff up. And yes, that was a negative thing, and it's a foolish, dumb thing, and he's probably not good. But there's reasons for that. You know, the whole thing about pity and not scorn. It's like, I'm not going to hate on this guy for various things that are clearly bothered him and probably heavily exacerbated by the public eye. Again, people don't give celebrities a lot of you know, time for their problems. Not realizing that there's probably, I know there's obvious reasons. You've got money. People are like, oh, well, you've got money. That's, you know, you can do whatever. So why are you complaining? When they've got, I mean, being famous is something many people would never want because of its negative impacts. Like my sister. It's a give and a take. But people don't like seeing the take because they don't have the give. But my point with that is that people just aren't very nice. People feel like they're obliged to be very casually mean to people or jokingly mean to people online, and that people should just take it. And anyone who does that, and plenty of people, like, I've never had that directed towards them because they're not known online. I'm very fortunate that I've never had that. I'm also very fortunate that I'm very, very little known online. If I ever got any bigger, I would start probably seeing that for any casual comment I do or say or make. Or just about me personally or physically, you know? Any little flaw I have, and I do have flaws, and there's things that I don't like about myself, physically or personally. Sometimes all it takes was a comment from one person, and that's stuck in my brain now. Now I have an issue with that thing. Getting that from all sides by tons of people online probably would suck. I like to think I'd be able to handle it well, but would I? I don't know. You don't ever get that kind of pressure in real life. Internet's changed things. So saying, oh, we're just doing some fun, silly stuff, it's not that serious, come on. It can be. And it's really, really accepted. Anonymity is a shield. Yeah, anonymity is a huge shield from consequences. But it's like, listen, maybe you talk about like a celebrity to your family in a casual way. And maybe you say things there you wouldn't say with other people. Like, I'm not going to get on my dad for talking about a celebrity or one thing or the other at home with his family, even if I disagree. Because it's like, it's not really doing any harm. Online is different. People can see it. People can take it. I think people underrate how big of an impact that can have on someone. Reading or seeing that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna change my whole life because of it, or make it my big vendetta for another person. I'm not gonna white knight it in that case. But it's called having empathy for people, you know? I don't care who they are. Sometimes shit sucks, and I can feel for them regardless of their shoes or situation. You know, surely everyone should do that, because it's just, it is what it is. If I was them, and if I was in their shoes, and yes, maybe I had tons of money, which means I don't have to work anymore. But maybe I have every eye on me, always looking and judging and talking about me for years, and perceiving me in a specific way that I maybe hate, and probably was messed with and bullied for. Yeah, it would suck. So you can't, you know, you're going to have flaws, but you're going to point them out, and you have to act as if they don't bother you, or as if it's a joke, otherwise people won't like you, and then they'll be even more stupid. So I'm going on a rant here, but the point being is the internet sucks sometimes. And people can be very mean. I don't remember how I started talking about that. I was just thinking about this, because there was an article where people were just making fun of this man for his problems and his unhealthy way of dealing it when perceiving it. And they're not looking at it as, why did he become this? Why is he doing this? They look at it at, here's what he is. I'm not going to look at this situation or look at it from his shoes or look at, any of that. I'm just going to judge him for it. And that's fair. I mean, you can't expect everyone to, I don't know. For me, it always goes down to, the whole, it's the psychological thing of, you don't judge yourself for being fucked up in a car, but you'll judge other people. Like, if you cut someone off, maybe it was an accident on the road, and maybe you rationalize it to yourself. If someone else cuts you off on the road, you assume the worst. You assume awful things about them, when you wouldn't about yourself, because you know your own situation. You know why it happened. Maybe you feel bad. But it's you have to think of it from their perspective. There could be a myriad of reasons. And if you look at it, if you try to think about why, you've done it. Treat them like you treat yourself. Don't just assume the worst in people, because you are a person. Sorry, this has become a very long moralizing rant. Which it isn't. I mean, everyone's different. Everyone has their own perspective on things. But for what I feel about it, it feels like people can be very mean. And calling the internet out on being mean, they'll be like, "What? It's even now. It's still like, well, we're just joking around. It's not that serious." It's like, genuinely speaking, I think people underestimate how much of an influence the internet is in a negative way on a lot of people. I was listening to a podcast earlier about, Triforce podcast, fun podcast. They were talking about look smaxers. There's one guy that died, and they're hitting themselves in the face with hammers to shape their jaw. And they're awful people. But I don't think they were born awful people. And the reason that one of them died, and they're taking cocktails of drugs that are more drugs than, like, my grandma takes, and hitting themselves in the face with hammers, is because of this internet feedback from people who probably aren't really their fans, but just egging them on. There's just so much, like, I don't know, man. It's like, jeez. It's easy to hate those guys and say these guys are awful. But you don't look at the culture and the world and the internet and what created them. There's never any pity for these people. You're always assuming these people know what they're doing. Fully 100%. Not going to give them any kindness towards it. Again, one of them died. Because they're obsessed with self-image. And how is it any different than, like, if someone was anorexic? Any other condition. And however they're perceiving it, whatever influences led them to that, it's kind of, I don't know. It's sad, and it's serious, and a little upsetting, This is cool, by the way. This is an E-power-up. But it is what it is, right? Can we change it? Because there's plenty of nice people on the internet who are still jerks and say mean jokes because they don't see it as a problem. And they feel like their influence isn't enough, or their topic isn't enough, or they know that is not serious for them. And maybe if they talk to the person, they'd be quite nice to them about it. But I don't know. It's just how the internet works. And it used to be fair, the internet maybe used to be a lot worse in that regard. It's a joke, you mad, bro? That kind of thing. But that's never really left. It's just, it's easier to hate on people that we all dislike, or we see them as negative, or evil, or bad influences. Again, I've always had this is like a, call it a chip on my shoulder a little bit. I don't like if we're making fun of people for the wrong reasons. Like, if there's bad people out there, yeah, fair enough. But make fun of them for the reasons they're bad. Or talk shit about, like, this is their negative influence, and they're causing these bad things to happen. Don't make fun of them for other reasons that aren't related. Like, oh, this guy is awful, and he's, like, killed thousands. I'm gonna make fun of him because he's bald. It's like, okay. Why? His baldness had nothing to do with the fact that he's evil. And that he's, like, slaughtered thousands or whatever. Poured boiling oil onto a nursery or something. I have no idea. But, oh, goddamn it. But we choose to focus on other things because they're funnier. But those quote-unquote funnier things do have a tangible impact. More than people realize. By the way, this level's awesome. So I've always felt that, and I still feel that. It's like, I feel like we should be giving people a little bit more credit. Being a little kinder. And facing and quote-unquote judging people for things that actually matter. Without side effects. As in, like, no crossfire. Don't be hitting people by accident because you chose to attack this guy. If you're doing that, you're hitting it for the wrong reasons. I don't know. I think the biggest thing is that if you say any of this stuff, people will just be like, well, it doesn't matter that much. Which I guess that is the part of the underestimation. It is very easy to assume you have no influence on things. Or that people in general have no influence on these kinds of things, when they really do. But you can't change culture, and you can't. I mean, something like the internet is so big that you can't change it in that way, in any way. Like how it is something that grows and evolves, for better or for worse. That's just it is what it is. You're kind of stuck with it, right? I feel like you almost have to hope things just improve over time. But there's a good chance it could get worse. It could get different. See, what I want to know is how come we haven't invented the internet too? Where we've decided we've had enough. Let's do another one. You know? Why don't we do something different? Web 2.0 shit, fuck. We're already at like Web fucking 4.0, so you know what? Maybe you're right. But like, let's just get off the web entirely and make a new thing. I thought it was supposed to be a fad. We do a prequel. We'll all go back. We don't need to see everybody. It's fine. Pancake then. I do need. I had like a dinner before this, but I'm trying to eat more. It's very hard to eat more. Because if you're not hungry, you can't eat more. Maybe eating breakfast will make the difference in calories, and then I'll start gaining weight properly. But along with me walking in the morning and being all healthy, like maybe like. Oh, this is the UFO level. I see. Oh, that's why it's called pancake. I get it. Okay, they're being clever. They're being smart. I mean, it was pancack, not pancake, but close enough. Oh no. Let me get up here. Because you can just stand on them and jump around. Can you like fucking... There you go. Uh-oh. Oh my god, there's so many fucking eggs. I need these. The eating is kind of fucking hard sometimes. Maybe, you know what? I've been eating healthy for a while. Like, I don't buy chips or anything like that. I haven't done that in ages. Ages as in, like, years. I don't drink soda. Maybe I should. If I just need fucking calories, maybe I should just be spending my money and buying, like, a 20-pack of hot Cheetos or something. Maybe that's the real answer I've been avoiding, you know? That's the solution I've been, I need to buy, like, delicious cakes and pies. I mean, I want nutrients and, like, protein and like, fiber and, you know, vitamins and I want, like, good stuff. Nice. I always forget that these ones are just very hard, short ones, but they're good levels. What? My super power tank? That's right. In order to level up the tank I cared about, I had to level up a tank I didn't care about. Alright. The ultra powered tank. 3 gadgets? Yeah! I can equip 1 speed tank gadget and relic power. Well, that's fucking... That makes sense. But I don't have to. Okay. Good, because well, I don't know. What do I want? Fuck it. Maybe I do want, this. I mean, it kind of... All of my moves are kind of like they move me forward. My splash and my beloved. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I used to do 2 hits. Now it does 4. Big fist. And also big fist, but like quicker. Oh, there's a theme here with my little abilities. Oh, what the fuck was that outfit? Yeah, let's go for it. I mean, I don't have any more slots for relics. But yes, relic powers are tied. You know something? That's not a bad one. Nice. All right, let's keep going. Time to do another one of these. I see these as like arbiters of areas. Off we go. Where you do some normal levels, you do some big levels, you do some dives, you do some challenges in dungeons, and then you do like a big cave at the end. Salmon run style. Go for it. So I've got to use these far more often. Like I should be using them every couple seconds, right? That's why I've got them. Oh my god, it's so fucking strong. I'm unstoppable. Fuck you. Get fucked. Can you like die? Okay. Can you like get out of here? That wasn't good. Can you like I'm trying to think of what fucking like Beavis and Butthead actually say. Yeah, what a butthead. Sorry, I don't know why Beavis and Butthead are in my fucking frame of reference right now. But can you like stop? But in my head, he says can you like, but I don't know what he says afterwards. Hey, Butthead. Hey, Butthead. What's up, Beavis? Sorry. My dad watched, you know, Beavis and Butthead, so I obviously in college, and I watched tons of it, tons of it, but a relative amount of it growing up. I don't know if it's known to the youth anymore, but they're funny voices and funny characters. I always give a lot of credit to Mike Judge. I know my dad does too, but that's because I am my dad's son. For Mike Judge being a very smart guy who often writes very dumb things. He also wrote King of the Hill and made King of the Hill. He obviously made Office Space. He made the TV show Silicon Valley, which is a great TV show. He's made Idiocracy. But he's a very smart person. He's just... But he makes a lot of shows about the stupidity of life and stupid people. And usually it's founded around people he has known. And experiences he's had. That's why he's done, like, you know, Office Space, which is about a software engineer and office culture, because that's what he was and that's what he did. Same thing with Silicon Valley, with his understanding of the tech world from his own personal experience, his experiences with people, like neighbors he's had, which influenced how he created Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill. You know, it's a very dumb show, but there's still fun, you know, clever written stuff taking down just the world in general. And also just being dumb and stupid and fun for its own sake, because everyone likes that. Refill Steelhead, I hate you already. I know I'm not going to like you. I don't know how this is going to work. Oh, haven't I fought one of you before? Oh, God. Fuck, how am I going to fight this guy? This sucks. Ah, fuck you. Sorry, you got to do this like in rapidity, and I don't want to lose, because that means restarting. Frozen, asshole. I'll get that shit. Thank you. Use your abilities. I mean, fortunately, all of these enemies now, you don't have to only kill them with their weak spot, you can just shoot them. Which is essential when you don't have, like, bombs, or it's not one-hit kill in this case. You have to, like, grind the guy because he has to become a boss, and not just, like, you hit the eye and he dies. In some cases, it makes certain bosses easier. In other cases, it makes them harder. I think in general it makes them easier because it just gives you more to hit, but you still have a focus point. pleasure. Jesus, Shiver. Again, Shivered poses. Fry just chills. Curious Gate. Damage up. 69,099,628. Oh my god. Weapon damage is increased 20% for 9 seconds when 30% of ink is used. Well, that seems interesting. Go us! We scored some sweet loot. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Fry. Well, subject of weird stuff. We also found this in the ruins we just raided. This isn't the first old note we found, right? It's some kind of picture of an important looking salmonid. King Salmonid! Talks about an ancient salmonid civilization around here long ago with super advanced technology. No kidding. It's amazing. Something's fishy about that. I wouldn't trust a modern salmonid to tie my shoelaces, much less build a society. You think salmonids could be faking being dumb? They're actually mega geniuses underneath? Did something happen to de-evolve them? Did you see the scribbled notes on the edge? I think there's more to this. So there is! Something about sending a map with the location of the islands before heading back home. Who do you think they were sending it to? Wait a second, didn't we find that map in my house? The note leaver must have been a friend of your family, I take it. What a small world. Yeah, how coincidental that all 3 of your families are somehow related to this, and then you 3 happen to crash here. That's strange. Really strange. Really strange coincidence, yeah. I wonder. I wonder what's for dinner. Anything else to destroy? Yeah, all of the level. I mean, I kind of want the balloon roller. I'll keep one. I'll keep one. $500 is pretty good. It's not everything, but it's something. Every little bit counts. Neediness counts. Okay, so what could I do? More charging in is what I want, but it costs 5,000. And that just makes it cheaper, which is good. I don't want to, you know, complain. I don't mean to complain. I'm sorry. Ooh. How big is this map, by the way? Because the map keeps zooming out. It's a case where, like, the more we do this, the more the map zooms out, or just, like, goes non-linearly. So I don't have... It doesn't give you a good grasp of where we're heading towards. Maybe it's a spiral, I don't know. Get flung, idiot. Ow, my eyes. Oven crater? Is that because we're hot? And it's oven. Sorry, every single level is some kind of, you know, bastardization of food. Which makes sense. I mean, it's just like, I guess, actually, I don't know. I guess it would be good localization. Okay, what do we got? Okay. Guess we loop around this level. I will say, having these little things to analyze the levels does make it feel like a 3D world or something. It's not always that useful, but you know. Also, look at the fucking sky. That's the one thing I've noticed the most, and I don't know if it's just because they have better quality, high texture skyboxes, or just other effects. But skies in every fucking Switch 2 game I played have been like, fuck, man, those clouds. I mean, I'm assuming it's just a quality of higher level textures in general for textured skyboxes, and not always directly about the lighting, but pretty looks good. And some games also have very good cloud rendering that is real clouds and not just skyboxed. But I know some games have had that, and I was like, that's impressive. The rest of the game could be cartoony, it could be like the Star Fox, but you got the fucking cool clouds, I'm in. I will say these levels, I mean, somewhat follow suit with what you might have seen in some of the other single players. I think they had a slightly more mechanically based levels, but in general, it's still, even then, it is still Splatoon, and you're still fighting enemies. So it's always a level of going from point A to point B. Maybe there's a unique mechanic in this level, or a unique gimmick, but you're still going from point to point, trying to kill the enemies that get in your way and get to the end. And that's the general flow. It's rarely ever that there's like actual puzzles, for example. Puzzle is kill these guys, or you know, don't get killed by the boxes. And they're fun, and they're cool, and they're neat levels. And sometimes they do have unique mechanics to them, which I would like to see more of in this as we go along. We haven't seen too many yet. But fundamentally, it's not like a, you know, it is still go from point A to point B, kill monsters, and use whatever the level gives you. God damn it, really? I missed the fucking onion rings? Can I be honest? Can I be honest? It's rare that I actually like onion rings. They can be good in certain contexts, and certain restaurants might make them better than others. But I don't really like onion rings over like a fry. And it's funny, because I like onions, and I like to taste onions a lot. Maybe because onion rings end up being more sweet than savory to me. Might be onions. Can I be onions? Can I be onions with you for a second? Onions? Yeah. Can I be onions with you for a second? Okay. I just morph into an onion in front of their eyes and just sit there for 2 seconds. Then I morph back. Thanks. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, if I was like 18 in 2006 and 7, those are the kind of videos I would have been making. I would have been like Tom Scoff. And been a huge success. And would be living off of it to the days. Someone let down this wasn't more of an adventure game like Zelda. I mean, even the other single-player Splatoons weren't adventure games. And this series isn't an adventure game. There was more of that in some cases. I know that Splatoon 3 had like a hub world, quote unquote, but it was every single player had a hub world. Whether more or less scoped, and it was, you know, you're still just doing levels, and it's always been the case. I will say, most people would be like, why the fuck are we putting open world into everything? I kind of think it would be cool to have an open world with Splatoon where you're slowly inking it and making paths to travel. I guess the only problem is, what if they dissolve and you have to come back and re-ink everything, but traveling around in Splatoon is typically fun. I don't know if it's as fun in an open world, or an opener world, I don't know. Maybe it becomes more tedious then. Oh, this level's pretty big. Where are we going? I'm glad at least we have these linear levels. Onions? Onions. Hey, listen. At least I'm not Onion-san, who may or may not have been killed by the caster follower with a fucking knife and cooked into the meat. Like a fucking, you know, the barber of Fleet Street or whatever. I just figured the different gear you get in this being an actual connected world could have worked out as an adventure. I could see it. But I feel like you can feel that they tried to preserve the fact that this is still Splatoon in this game in many ways. It works on its own, but it has a lot of the same DNA and feel that Splatoon has just in single player, as opposed to being something completely new. It feels like it encompasses certain aspects of Salmon Run, certain aspects of the single player, certain aspects of everything. Oh my god, fucking, I'm dead. Oh no, it's around. They kind of have a lot of puzzle stuff, just kind of tucked away in the trial dungeon. Oh yeah. And those aren't, I mean, I don't call those puzzles as much as mechanical puzzles. It's like calling Tetris a puzzle. But it's still like, here's a unique mechanic and use it to get your way out of this area. There's never been like, I have to think, it's not like a Zelda dungeon puzzle in like an Oracle game where you have to think about it. And like, it's never been a case in any Splatoon, but it is like mechanical puzzles. Like, here's a new thing to toy around with and figure out your way of using it to get through. And there's some lateral thinking in some cases where it's like, how can I use this item to hit all of these things. You have to think, oh, if I throw it this direction and do this. So that level of puzzle is different, but it's still there. That is a part of this. I also feel like the world of Splatoon is pretty neat and it's minimally fleshed out. I will say the modern world of Splatoon is not fleshed out enough. They battle, and we get to see that they live in an urban city and they like graffiti and songs. They go into lore a bunch, and I'm quite happy leaving the lore as it is for now. They give us stuff and story about, like, oh, humans were here and they're gone and we evolved. They do a lot of that, and it's neat. And it gives us enough to work on without giving us too much to just explain everything away and make it boring. But the actual, like, current day stuff, I feel like they could do more with. Give us a house. Give us more of a, like, more of an insight into Inkling culture in the modern era. What do they do? Do they have jobs? Do they get paid? Are these all kids? Are they adults? What's the deal? But like the actual, like, current day Splatoon stuff we just get is they like to battle a bunch and they eat food and they listen to music and they're so hip and cool. And that's my perspective of it. And yes, we can involve new creatures and stuff too. If we're gonna focus on them, at least focus on them, in my opinion. Go more into, you know, because we get enough to being like, what was the great war between the Inklings and Altarians, and we've gotten that. Scrolls and otherwise, it's not like we don't have like a history book about it, but we've got enough knowledge to like know what happened in a general sense. Enough for me to be happy with, and enough for people to like document if they want more specifics, but not enough to be like they wrote a history book. There's no fun or spice anymore. There's a balance. Again, I always say there's a balance, because if you give too much, you ruin some of the fun by over-explaining things. But it doesn't mean... But again, balance goes both ways. You need enough to chew on. Imagine an adventure spin-off where you travel around the world helping Splatoon. I mean, that's cool. But fundamentally, that just feels like a different game with, I guess, Splatoon gameplay, right? I think that... I don't know. I can't say it wouldn't work. You could apply the Splatoon gameplay with many different formulas, and I think I would find it fun because I like the Splatoon gameplay, and I like those formulas. It could be fun. I could see it being very fun. It would be a very different take for the series. And it does become a bit of a different game. It's like Star Fox Adventures, where I hear it's fun, but also I hear from many people that it doesn't really feel like Star Fox. Whether or not you lose the identity of your series or not, I mean, we aren't the arbiters of that. It is Star Fox, because it was literally labeled Star Fox. Even though it technically started as Dinosaur Planet, that's a different story. It's neither here nor there. The arbiters of what it is the people who made it. And that's enough. The curved trivet. The Eclipse Shield. Ooh, that looks cool. Nice. It always takes a difference. Alright, I need to look at my gear, because it just occurred to me that I think my tank is outdated. Is this another Fry? Is this Fry now instead of Shiver? Don't leave us in suspense. The page was stuck on the back. I don't know, I haven't read it yet. I thought we'd all take a look together. Looks like some notes about the map. But the most recent one is from 100 years ago. Surprised the page hasn't turned to dust. Yeah, so this map was stuffed into a bottle that washed up on the beach. Probably by whoever wrote the note. I think it was sent from the Sparrowlight Islands. It's certainly one way to communicate, but... Hold on. Wasn't the original map ruined when we got it wet? Hey, yeah, so this map must be a copy someone made on a new sheet. It says here someone found it after a storm next to a weakened shark that washed up. The shark, that poor thing. I'm not seeing anything here but treasure. But what's this? Is it true? The very end where it says the sender was lost and never made it home? I just noticed Big Man has a Tamagotchi on his shoulder. Or on his like, tactical gear. What happened on these islands? Hard to know, but this isn't helping us find the treasure, so we gotta keep digging. Wait. Now? Who's gonna win this time? It's not gonna be Shiver, because we did Shiver already. Yeah, it's gonna be Fry. Big Man seems kind of upset that he overthought it. There's no shame in losing the paper. Let's do it, Fry. Poor Big Man. I'm never gonna use him ever. I've chosen one and then I've stuck to them. Okay, so I can't upgrade the tank anymore, so I'm gonna switch back to speed. Even though there's not as many things I can do with it, I need to upgrade it. Well, good. We got to another quote-unquote story locker mission. We can do that before the stream ends. But yeah, about the open world thing with Splatoon, or the adventure with the Splatoon, I see a balance. I see both. You could do that and it could be fun, but also is it too far divorced from what Splatoon is? I don't know. I'm not the one to answer that. But I can see both sides of that part. You made it scroll. Fucking 10,000! This map found by the Manta family shows the location of Starlight Islands. Angelfish, though I know not where you are, I believe with all my heart the sea will carry my love back to you. Just out of curiosity, though, did you change your number? Ichabod, you're back! I love his little drawings. Can I zoom in? No, I can't. Lava mixer spiral light appears to twist and harden. Some of the smallest formations appear to begin the hardening process. The spiral part is weird. It's like fucking Uzumaki. Spiral light seems to enhance the physical abilities of salmonids. Yep, ancient technology. Oh, that's right, they lost. Oh, this is for the Grand Fest. Where everybody. I don't remember who won. Was past, present, or future, I don't remember. The Piranha House. Funny. I fought in that. I don't remember what side I chose. I think I chose present. In the end of the day. Not just because it was Pearl Marina, but I might have. I don't remember. New compass, huh? Where the fuck is it? Over here? Oh. Slice and dice. Let's do it. Ugh. And then do the story mission and then continue. Splash it. So it's semi-upgraded, if not fully. Alright, let's kill some fools. Yeah, these are mechanical puzzles in my mind. Which are fun. Time for physical challenge. There we go, I see. Oh god, what the fuck? How do you fucking do this? I guess you can change it, but how? You really gotta, like, pivot hard. Okay, let's do this. I need like, it's not. Maybe it's like I have to press it and then hold it. Or just fuck around. Is it more camera based? I mean I did it, which I didn't intend to, but let me practice anyways. You know what? Maybe it is. Is it camera-based? It might be. Or I'm just doing a piss-poor job of moving. fully get it. Or is it a timing thing? I don't know. It's like these mechanics aren't mechanicking for me. That one, that was easy. Oh, thanks, big man. Oh, what the fuck? What the? This seems difficult. Oh, never mind. Spirals. Excellent. You're a... Fuck off. Thank you, Fry. Well... I got another skill point. I'm collecting these. Like children collect diseases. That is to say, I have many. Upgrades, not children with diseases. Or diseases. Or children. For clarification. Hey, do I look diseased to you? Or old enough to have children? Actually, I don't know. Maybe I look ancient. Although I feel like if I had a child... I mean, it wouldn't be that unusual for me to have a child. There's people who have children that are my age. It's not that weird, but... Every year that passes... What the fuck? What is this hell fucking... train? Yo, this thing didn't fucking evolve with wheels. That's not how it works. The Rolling Boiler Pain Course. Dude, it's got pain in the name. Whoa. Holy shit. Hey, what? Yeah, it's got like... Gross. I don't like that. I mean, this is cool at the fucking least. Also, I like that it feels fast. It's not like a slow enemy on a train. Oh my god. Shit. Is there one left over? Lazagia ass boss. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't get the reference. That killed me. Fucking hit it. Yeah, I know what they do. I just couldn't get it done. Force Heroes. Man, nobody fucking has played Triforce Heroes. Oh, I'm not using power. That's why. I mean, I have a little bit. I own the game. It's not like I don't. You can't ask me to do more than own it. If I can ever get 3 people to play it, maybe it's fine. I don't know if it'd ever be my favorite, even among the 4 swords. And I don't know. I don't know if there's ever, like, I like Zelda, and I like playing Zelda. I don't know if I would even ever really consider playing through it with the doppels and doing it single player. Like, that doesn't seem fun. To me, you know? It doesn't. Oh my god. Okay, get me the fuck out of here. Maybe. Just purely for the idea of I've beaten this Zelda game that is on the list of Zelda games that I've never beaten. Like, I don't know. If I was streaming it, I'd probably find it more fun than doing it on my own. It'd give me an incentive to do so, where I wouldn't ordinarily have it. So I don't know. There is a world where I would do that. Maybe people could watch me to fucking see someone actually do it for the first time and not just like be like, what the fuck is this? Only played like half. It's great fun when you get decent people to play with. Yeah, I know some people like it, but I think From what I've heard, even as a multiplayer experience, it's not that great. Now's my chance. Oh, that's right. You had the fucking rain from the sky, which was pretty good, actually. Should have used it more often. Should have used you more often, Fry. I'm sorry. How about the Federation Force? You joke. Federation Force is actually pretty okay. I would rather play... I think I would actually rather play Federation Force over Triforce Heroes, and I'm not even joking on that part. That's not like a haha funny. I know Federation Force is a meme. I would probably like it more. You could do levels and explore little worlds and have a little fun in a Prime-like thing where you get to be in first person, shoot, whatever, solve puzzles. Obviously, it's meant for, like, you can go with multiple people, but you can do it on your own and have a good time. It is not the worst thing in the world just because you're not playing a Samus. If you're not being sincere, then yeah, yes, I would actually rather play Federation Force, and I actually would like to play Federation Force, which occurs to me. I don't know if I own it, so that might actually be a game I got to put on my list to make sure I have. I mean, my next Metroid game is going to be Metroid 2, by the way, which I've been putting on. Oh, I mean, it's going to be Metroid 2 or Metroid Prime 2, one of the two, one of the twos, one of the two twos, and I don't know which one. Your 2-2. I was hoping to get to either one this year, and I've gotten to neither this year. Problem. I've played Metroid 2 before. I've never beaten it. I bought it on 3DS, and I was like, this is fun. And then I think I either got lost or stopped it for a little bit, came back, and then was lost. Because the problem with that game, a little bit, is that, you know... well... you know, there's just... the fact that you can't see very much of the screen and there's no map or anything can make it very confusing as to where you are, more so than a Metroid 1, where you can see a lot more of the screen. Because of that, it is a bit more difficult to visually gauge what the fuck, where you're at. And I think getting lost is more likely. But it plays well and feels good and has a lot of quality of life from Metroid 1. So in that sense, it's pretty good. And I remember liking it as a kid on the 3DS. So I'm sure I will like it actually beating it. Because I think I got pretty far in it. It's not like I didn't just play a little bit. I did a bunch. Air design is extremely repetitive. I remember getting lost. That's my only worry about streaming it, is that what if I get lost and it takes me 20 hours to beat it. Jesus Christ, Fry. What the fuck? Two of us got this licked. And now the treasure is ours. Also, look at the clearly pre-rendered cutscene that's higher resolution in general. Even in the modern era, you can still see it. You can always see it. Oh, it moved. What? Yeah, does it want me to sing along? You just broke the glass, or the ground. Thanks, Fry. The spiral. Is it pre-rendered? Because there's a lot of pre-rendered scene stuff, every combination of outfit and tank. I mean, it's clearly a higher level of resolution and quality than the other scenes. So maybe not pre-rendered, but maybe some other variation of, like, this is clearly better looking than everything else in the game. Not making sense now. Singing is the key. I didn't notice if I even had different clothes or not. I wasn't paying attention. What's that constellation about? Is that spiral ship is making me dizzy? Scope the middle of the spiral. Is that the treasure tower? Does the front look familiar? no. There's salmonids. Oh, you mean the fog swirling from that shiny gold light? Oh. I mean, I know about in-engine cutscenes, but these looked higher quality in the rest of the game unless they just take the engine and render everything at a higher resolution for these specifically, which they could do. Maybe there's some way of doing that. But there's a visual upgrade that is very palpable, in my opinion. And it could be due to lighting, and it could be due to framing and camera. So, okay, so Fry, what, you're not going to get flirty with me like Shiver did? Shiver got all flirty with me. For the second time. And you're just going to be like, hit me on the shoulder? So I guess we're getting these dynamics. Triumphant Bangle. Whoa. Clearly we see which party members have the interest. We'll see what Big Man does once we get to his stage. The glass bottle splatter shot. Ooh. Okay. We're back. Great work, you two. Not that I was ever worried. Could have fooled me. Whatever, but man, mechanic, I knew you were capable. You blew me away out there. That weird salmon, it didn't slow you down at all. I could learn a thing or two from you. You've hit your stride as a raider. Thanks to you, we know where to find the gold. So the hidden gold is right in the middle of the islands. Keep clearing the fog. We'll make it the center in no time. I guess I kind of figured we were going in a spiral, but... Don't rest on your laurels. I've noticed salmon is getting stronger. There's something strange in the neighborhood. I don't know who to call. The weapon. Oh. Nice. I mean, I figured that, but I don't know how much to estimate. I'm thinking about game length. I guess with this stream, I'm gonna have 7 hours in this game. And I know there's a lot of extra stuff you can do. But we're actually probably getting far closer to the quote-unquote end of this game than I might realize when it comes to, like, is it just we do like a big boss and cutscene with Fry, Big Man, and Shiver respectively with their own stages, and then that leads to the final end area? So 4 main set kind of like, quote-unquote, like delimiting things. That feels short, but then of course there's the fact that there's all these levels, bonus levels, and not just that, but you can redo levels with different layouts and levels and difficulties to do more. I wouldn't be disappointed. I'd actually be quite happy if it's a good length like that and not too much. But yeah, clearly, for example, every single one of these you can do at level 24, level 22 to get more stuff. Which I will do. I will do this off stream, but I can gladly do this. I already did some of them. Or these huge crystal ones, or, you know, any of these. So there's a lot of extra stuff you can do, but in terms of actually getting through the story, it might be shorter than some others. Oh, certainly. But yeah, like doing this. And you can do each one of these 3 times for each of your different tanks and get a different reward. I can do this and raid on Spicy. So it's not like it's over or anything. A part of that is doing things again. But I might be getting closer to the end of this in terms of what I'm showing off on stream sooner than I would have expected. Oh, no shit. Hideout level 3? That's my idea, is to shore up on the hideout. Huh? It makes them yep. Let's push ourselves like we're about to cross the finish line and get it done. Alright, that's good. That's good. I'm thinking I might decorate here and there while we're at it. Pretty handy with a brush. Nice. Looks good. This was worth the effort. New gadgets, new gadget parts, bigger test range. fucking massive. Fucking huge! Is that the last upgrade? That might be the last ship upgrade, I don't know. Okay, so I can unlock more games. I did know that you could do that. I'm gonna do that. Because I knew that there was 4, and I was like, wait a second, what do you mean 4? I have to buy the upgrades in order? Oh, it's lame. It's not lame, that makes sense, but like, just let me get them. Let me get them. So I'm gonna buy all, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna upgrade everything. Oh my god, I don't have enough materials. Holy fuck. A fly wire. Oh, I want that. I know spotlights could be very useful. I just chose for the big, heavy, strong hitters that move you around more. I could do a cool splatlight build. Ooh, I don't really want that, but that seems cool. That seems similar, but more stationary. I'm happy with my purchase. Ship looks like a home. I'd live here. I mean, I could just go for buying the last ones and then just having them. However expensive. I think they're 5,000 each, so I can only afford one more anyways. Just get it over with. Buy, just fucking buy them. Get them out of town. I'm gonna have to get them at some point. I feel like you could just make anything. The Shellacker. That's a good name. Okay, now this is a real training course. What I've been waiting for. I will say, playing this is making me miss some of the Splatoon multiplayer a little bit, which is kind of funny. I always say how much I love the Splatoon single player, and I do. And this is fun, and I want to play more of it because it's you know, 30 minutes extra into the stream, and I'm still just playing it because I'm having fun. But I'm also thinking, like, man, I miss just being in the training room and waiting for a stage and level to start, and then just going for it and trying to like paint this map, or even doing one of the rank modes. Like, would I, like, yeah, sure, I would be happy if Splatoon was a single player. But I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, I guess I really do. I guess I do like the multiplayer enough to want to play it. Not, and I never played it regularly. It wasn't like people with CS:GO every week or anything like that. I did it during Splatfest and stuff. But it is fundamentally fun gameplay. And playing this reminds me of like, oh yeah, doing that was fun. Maybe it's Stockholm Syndrome. I'm just used to it, that's why. That was dumb. That was dumb. But I'm someone who's not really a big multiplayer fan. I get why. I don't know. It did get its hooks into me. I get why it wouldn't be other people's bag, but I mean, multiplayer in typical isn't usually my bag. Maybe enough time spent with it. Oh, no. All I did for a majority of it was the events. But that's enough. Doing the events is fun. And doing the events is still doing the gameplay. And it's fun. I was not playing it every week or every day. But it was enough for me to enjoy it. And still put in, like, a lot of hours into Splatoon 3. Just a lot of time doing, like, the single player, the extra stuff, and then the events. Easy to underestimate how much. Where do I get these? How much time that gives you. But it's whatever. Well, Splatphones and owns. It does make you mad when you lose every Splatfest, and especially when now there's 3. It got more. It became a bit more frustrating sometimes. It's like, God damn it, I spent like hours on my team and we lost. It's like, fuck. It gets to you. But it's still fun. It's fun. The game is fun. Because if it's not fun, why bother? Have a good night. Take care. I actually won't be back tomorrow because I had a last minute event come up, which should be fun, but won't be here. Um, so fair enough. But yeah, I'll be back. Good night. Bye bye. Bye bye.